If you want to replicate this effect, it's actually really easy. So let's take you on a walkthrough. We're going to create a new composition, and I'll call this the master comp. You can either drop in some pictures or create compositions that will contain the pictures like I've done here. I'm going to go ahead and drag and drop these in there. So to start, I'm going to hit P and Shift S to open the position and scale properties of all of these compositions. You'll want to create keyframes at the start of the pre-comp's duration. Move it forward in your timeline and create new keyframes. I'm going to set mine at 6 seconds in and hit another for the position. Now I'm going to do the same for scale. The basic idea for a Ken Burns effect is that you want to zoom in and move to a point in the picture that you want someone to focus on. So we've got this offset A that we want to focus on. So we're going to move the pre-comp so that we get closer to the A while also zooming in. So to help me land the A properly in the center, I'm going to come over here and go to Title, Action, Save, so I can see this marker right in the center. I'm going to position this as best I can. And you can see here that I've actually got some clip that is showing underneath for picture 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase the scale and make sure that it's still aligned whenever I have this set how I like. In my experience, when I've used this effect has been for the College of Education's Hall of Fame. And typically what happens is we have a ton of pictures that don't actually fit the composition size. So what you may end up doing is if you have something that doesn't fit that size, you may have another layer underneath this that fills in the rest of the composition, and you'll typically, what I did was blur it enough so that you can't really make out the details of it, but you can tell it's the same picture. So let's preview what we have so far with picture 1. Awesome. So right here, when we get to 6 seconds, what I typically do to make sure that we have a transition, I don't do hard cuts when it comes to Ken Burns effects, especially for the Hall of Fame videos like I did. So I'll hit Shift T to open the opacity, and we're going to do a simple fade out. I'm going to go back a full second, set a new keyframe, go back to the first one I made, and set the opacity to 0. Awesome. So there we go. Now you can see we transition from one to the other. But the thing is, with Ken Burns effects, you need to keep doing this until you break away from that effect. So I'll set this playhead to the 5-second mark where this keyframe starts. I'm going to select picture 2, and I'm going to press the open bracket button to move my layer forward to match where the playhead is. So typically what I'll do here is I'll disable the first clip so I can see what I'm doing with this one, and I'm going to go ahead and start keyframing this so that we can make it end like we had the first one. And there we go. And as with this one, we're going to go ahead, open up the opacity, make a new keyframe, go back a full second, make another keyframe, and turn this one off. And now we're on clip C. You don't want to replicate the same motion from your clips and your photos that you use for this effect. It gets really boring, really stagnant. Don't always zoom in, don't always zoom out. You just mix it up. Take it from different locations, focus on different things. It's really up to you what you want to do. It's all, as I've said before, highly subjective. But just plan it all out. You got to think about how this is going to play out once you're done editing it. And we'll do this one more time with the last clip we have here, picture number 3. We're going to go ahead and hit the open bracket. Okay, and now we're going to go ahead to the end here. Gonna scale it up, move it up, scale it up some more, and then just move it over so that's centered. And there you go. You've got a simple little transition to each of these. And for this last one, I'm going to go ahead, go to the last keyframe, hit Shift T, open opacity, go back a full second. Make a keyframe, go back to the first one, and we're going to simply go to black. And there we go. I'll turn off the title safe now, and we can preview this animation. Awesome. Well, like I said, it's very subjective. Keep it to what you like. Thanks, and see you in the next video.